Hello, welcome to the Whatever Show. I'm one of your hosts, Alex Drake, and this is Dragon Pat.
And today we want to talk about nobody.
Yeah, nobody.
That doesn't mean we're talking about nothing. We're talking about the movie.
Nobody.
And you described it perfectly.
Mhm.
Go ahead and say it.
It's John Wick plus Red. Retired and Heavy. Combine it together and you get a show.
Retired, extremely dangerous. In case you don't know the illusion, what we're alluding to. And we'll probably do a Reds review one day.
Yeah.
Just because it was a good show.
Mm-hmm.
But what you have with this is, like you said, you got John Wick meets Reds. The story, and okay, yeah, we're gonna, spoiler alert, if you're worried about spoilers, hit that pause button,
Go watch
save
it.
the episode, go watch it, then come back. Because we're gonna spoil the heck out of it. Why?
Yeah.
Because it's kind of hard to talk about the movie without talking about the movie.
Mm-hmm.
In this one, you have a retired special agent. He's got out of the business. He wanted to have a wife and kids and have a regular life. So he retires, sets himself up, finds himself a wife. They have 2 kids. Everything's going good. He's got a boring life. And the very beginning of the show, they really do their best to get across to you how boring his life is. Week after week, day after day, it's the same routine.
Yeah.
And then somebody breaks into his house.
Yeah.
Does he go to kill them? No, he was going to, but he realized the only weapon they had was an empty pistol. Probably hadn't been fired in years. So he stops himself. They get away with a little bit of cash and his watch. But the problem is, his son looks at him like he's a scumbag now. His wife, I mean, they'd already been drifting apart. Because deep inside, he's not happy.
Nope.
He doesn't like the way his life has been going. It's dull. So, the final straw for him is when he thinks that these 2 crooks stole his daughter's kitty bracelet. So he goes out to get the kitty bracelet.
Yep.
He goes over to his dad's house, who's living in a retirement home, gets his gun, gets a badge that he hasn't used in years, some money, and he goes hunting down the bad guy. I think the first scene where you start realizing this guy's not something to mess with is when he's in that final tattoo parlor.
Yeah.
And somebody looks at his arm and sees a tattoo on his wrist, and the guy is like, "Thank you for your service." And the fact this old bum goes out the door to a different room and then padlocks it multiple times.
Yeah. And he goes, "Bye."
Everybody else in the room is like, "How can we help you now?" Now realize that just a few seconds before, one guy grabbed a baseball bat and the other one was ready to just start wailing on him, all because he flashed a lot of money. And he tells them there's only 3 type of people that flash this kind of money: an idiot, somebody who, I don't remember the second category. The third category is basically somebody who really wants you to be stupid and try to take it from them. Well, he's the last one. He wanted them to take it from him, and they chickened out. They put him on the path to the guys that stole the stuff. All he does to them is he gets his watch back, finds out they don't have the Hello Kitty bracelet, and he lets them live. But now he's mad. He wants to hit somebody. So he's on a bus, and a bunch of drunk idiots get on the bus. There's a little girl in the bus, late teenage girl, and he realizes, as he put it, God gave him a gift.
Yeah.
God opened the door. and he beats the living tar out of these guys.
Yeah, puts them all in the hospital.
Well, in the
The
hospital,
severe-
one of them dies, which happens to be the brother of
This
Russian
Russian
mafia
mob guy.
dude. This sets up the rest of this movie, where he's going to get even with the Russian mob dude. The Russian mob dude comes after him, and in the end, he blows the crap out of them all
Yeah.
with the help of, surprisingly, his father and another guy that he's talked to on the radio.
Mhm.
We slowly progress through this show. We realize he's what the government sent when they couldn't send cops, and they wanted you to stop. Well, he stopped the Russians. He demolished the Russians. And the cops, when they finally apprehend him, are basically told, let him
Yeah,
go. Overall opinion of the show, okay, yeah, it's an old story. It's been used many times. Somebody who's trying to retire, John Wick, the Reds, both of these type of groups of people, they're just retired, they want to be left alone, and they're basically forced back into a situation.
Mhm.
Well, he's not so much forced back as
He wanted you to be back.
he wanted to be back. He couldn't handle this.
Mhm.
His dad wanted the excuse to go back to doing something. And we never learn what his dad did. But we do know that his dad and his friend take off at the end of the movie, and the dad asks him, "So why are we driving and not flying?" And his friend says, "With this luggage?"
And
They
then
pan to the back of the van, and this van is filled with
guns.
an arsenal.
Mhm.
And this has nothing to do with the rest of the story. This is just an aftermath.
Mhm. And then they went, yeah, yeah, and started laughing.
I mean, it's a John Wick type kick-ass, kill 'em all.
Mhm. Like God sold him out kind of deal.
Is it worth it? Yeah, it's worth it. I thought it was pretty decent. There was some slow parts in the beginning, but it didn't stay slow.
Nope.
And you really start thinking, what would it be like to be a retired agent? I mean, he went into this, and there's several times he tries to have a conversation with people that are on the verge of dying, and they die before he finishes his story. And he seems to get a little frustrated.
Mhm.
'Cause he just wants somebody to talk to.
And at one point, he was sitting down at the table with the Russian, trying to make a deal. Hey, let's just let it all end right now. No one else dies.
He tries to get out,
Mhm.
and as he says, there's part of me that really wants to carry this all the way through.
Mhm.
But
Well, his
out of hope.
fingers connected to.
Claymore.
Or,
Now that Claymore comes in handy later,
Mm.
but overall, fantastic movie. That last fight sequence is definitely worth it. The overall attitude in this movie is fun.
yeah.
If you're looking for a serious movie, this one's not so much serious as it's a lot more fun.
Yeah.
You laugh. You enjoy it. You sit. I mean, when they come in to kill the dad, and he blows them away with a shotgun,
And the nurse says, I thought I told you to turn it
you
down.
need to keep it down. Thinking that the sound of the shotgun, the two blasts from the shotgun, was the old man's television in the nursing home. Okay. I mean, it's got the humor.
Yeah. And the friend said, you two got what you want. I got shot.
That was funny. But definitely, go take the time. If you haven't seen it, go see it. I think it's worth the effort. If you do see it, let us know what you think. Put your comments down below. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. That is the easiest and the most efficient way for you to donate to this channel without actually having to spend any money. It's there. It's free. All it takes is a few seconds of your life. Hit those buttons. Help us keep this channel going. We want to keep talking to you about whatever comes to mind. And that, again, movie shows, TV shows, music,